All right, so a big hiccup in the real estate market over the last month as interest rates hit 6%. That brought everything to a screeching halt, and for just a small moment, we have a little bit of a buyer's market. However, that does not mean we're officially in a buyer's market. Let's talk about what that means for buyers and for sellers and when I think this comes to an end. This is Steve, Malone Realty Group, EXP, in the Atlanta area. All right, so yeah, the real estate market kind of came to a standstill a little bit when the interest rates hit 6%. Now, technically, the rates have come back down out of the sixes. They're in the upper fives right now, but they're still kind of meandering. They're trying to figure out what's going to happen. And with the Fed's meeting over the next couple of days and announcing what they're going to do with the rates, that's going to dictate what happens to the mortgage rates. So we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. That being said, the rates hitting 6%, that was kind of the final straw that broke the camel's back to bring the real estate market back out of that pandemic market. Now we're just in a regular real estate market. And in a regular real estate market, we have a little bit of a lull late summer to Labor Day. Usually it's like mid-July to Labor Day. Came on quicker this year because I think everybody just needed a break, needed a pause to just let the market kind of breathe. The market has breathed, okay? We got some more air into the market now. So it's going to be a longer term kind of pause from mid-June to maybe mid-August, maybe late August, maybe to Labor Day. But it's not going to be till later August before things really start picking back up again. So in the meantime, sellers are having a harder time selling their house. Buyers are having a better time looking for a house. So let's talk about it from both sides and what we're telling our people now and then what to expect for the end of the year. So real quick, sellers, if you're selling your house, this is not a bad time to sell. It's still technically a seller's market. There's not a whole lot of inventory. There's more than there has been, so keep that in mind, number one. Number two, there's fewer buyers than there have been, and they are not as crazy as they were just a couple months ago. So if you saw your neighbor down the street get like $50,000 over asking price and they had 50 offers and everything like that, it's probably not happening at your house because it is a very, very different market right now. Okay, so keep that in mind. That being said, because it's a seller's market, you can probably sell your house, but we need to be realistic about listing price. Okay, we're still seeing, and I had a buyer that I worked with over the weekend, still have multiple offer situations across the metro area as long as the home is priced right and looks the part. If it's not, you're going to have a hard time getting people in there. You're going to have a hard time getting offers on the house. So keep that in mind. Pricing is very important right now. Buyers know what these homes are worth. You can't overprice a house. And this is not the market to where we be greedy and see what we can get. The market price is the market price, and that's where we need to be if we want to sell these houses. We're great at marketing. We can get in front of a whole bunch of people. But if it's way overpriced, you can't get anybody to buy it. That's where we are right now. That could change closer to Labor Day. Talk about that more in just a second. So for sellers, now until about Labor Day, you can sell your house, but you got to mind your P's and Q's and hope to get an offer. Buyers, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Yes, the rates are high. You date the rate, you marry the house. Find the perfect house right now, you're going to have less competition. You're probably going to be able to get an inspection on the house, which you couldn't do a couple months ago. You're going to be able to get an appraisal on the house, which you couldn't do a couple months ago. You had to just buy it and then cover the gap or whatever. This is kind of like the way real estate's supposed to be. Now, there's a lot of buyers that are still in there. Now, keep that in mind. It's still a seller's market. There's still more demand than there is supply. So it's technically a seller's market, but you have more hand in negotiating than you've had in over 2 years. So enjoy it for these next couple of months because this is that break that we've been waiting for. And I'm telling all my buyers, and some of them are laughing at me when I tell them this, but I believe in this to the point where we just bought a house. My wife and I just bought our first kind of vacation rental because this is the market to do it. We found a house that had been sitting for a while. It was overpriced. We got a good deal on it. Okay? This is that market. Go snag a deal. Is my interest rate terrible? Yes, my interest rate's terrible compared to where it was just a couple years ago. The rates will come down. We'll refi then, but we got the house that we wanted. Okay? That's what we're telling all of our buyers. Find the house you want. Less competition. Grab the house now, refi later, because home prices are going to go up, okay? There's not enough supply for home prices to go down. Everybody's worried about the market crashing and having another 2008. This is not that, okay? It's not that, okay? So stop, okay? The prices are not going to go up 20% every year. They're not supposed to. They're going to go up like 4, 5, 6% every year. That's what happens. That's what we're going to see over the next couple of years. So that being said, in 2 years, 3 years, when the rates go down, the house that you're looking at right now, it's going to be more expensive. Get it now when it's cheaper, refi in 2 or 3 years when the rates are better. Don't wait to buy in 2 to 3 years because it's going to be a lot more expensive at that point. Okay? Grab it now. Start making payments on it now. Okay? So this is a great market for buyers, a lot less competition, a lot more homes to choose from. Okay? So for buyers, a great spot. Sellers, it's still a great spot because there's still not a lot of inventory, but you got to mind your P's and Q's like you didn't have to worry about a couple months ago. We always joke, a couple months ago, all you had to do was raise your hand and your home got sold. Piece of cake. Not quite that right now. How long is this going to last? We hinted at it a couple minutes ago. This is going to last until the end of August to around Labor Day. Okay? Typically this time of year, everybody's trying to get in position to be in the school system that they want. They want to make the move during the summer when the kids are out of school. It's not as big of a headache, things like that, whatever. Then they get to a point where they're like, all right, we're set for next year. Done. So people are going to be getting back to school. They're getting settled back into the school system. Like for myself personally, I've got one kid that does ballet. They're going to be back. I'm sorry, two kids that do ballet now. So they're getting back into their ballet. I have another one that does horseback riding. She's getting back into horseback riding. And so all those things come back online. Life's going to be crazy through most of August, okay? Once we get towards the end of August, beginning of September, that's when people start thinking, all right, we got the machines back rolling. We're back in school, back doing everything. That's right, we wanted to move. That's when people start thinking to themselves, maybe it's time to move. Maybe they didn't like the school system. Kids being back in school reminded them, that's right, I don't like our school system. Let's see if we can make a move. Some people are looking for a new house because they've got to be in a job by the end of the year. Strangely enough, December is one of the busiest months in real estate for closings, meaning that October and November are one of the busiest months in real estate to get homes under contract. Okay, so after Labor Day, we get into the fall busy season, and it is a busy season from Labor Day all the way through probably middle part of December. Then it's just, then it's kind of the doldrums again for a couple of months. So keep that in mind. For the next month, it's going to be quiet. If you need to list your house, to sell your house, we can get it sold. You got to price it right, but we can get it sold. If you want to list your house and sell your house for the most money possible, to get the most money possible, you want to get a whole bunch of people looking at it. You want to get a whole bunch of offers, so that way you can handpick the best offer. To get all of those things, I'd say let's wait until Labor Day-ish. Maybe that Thursday after Labor Day. Maybe that's the best time to list your house. Take advantage of everybody being back in the pool. And then you get the best offer from there. But even then, this is not March. We're not going to go crazy on price. The price is the price. We go in at market price and let the market dictate where we go to as far as offers go. Okay? So that's the plan right now. For sellers, again, just to recap. Sellers, you can sell your house, but you got to behave. Buyers, this is a great opportunity to buy a house. Yes, the rates stink, but date the rate, buy the house. And this little doldrum that we're in, again, it's a seller's market, but it's kind of has a buyer's twist, we'll call it, for at least the next month. And then we get back to a seller's market. So while, as I liken it, the interest rate hitting 6 kind of dropped a bomb on the real estate market. Everything's kind of topsy-turvy right now. It's kind of 2 months of everybody kind of getting their footing under them. And I think that once we get to Labor Day, the other thing is about Labor Day, I think the buyers, they're shell-shocked by the rates being where they are. That's what happened in mid-June. Once we get to the end of August, they will have been there for 2.5 months. A lot of the buyers are going to be like, all right, these are where the rates are. Let's go get a house. So I think a lot of the buyers they're going to shake that off and get back into the market. So I think everything gets back to rock and roll around Labor Day. But for the next month or so, if you're a buyer, time to snag a deal. If you're a seller, you can still get a deal. But we got to walk you through it. Let's talk real estate. If you have questions about all of that stuff, 470-233-4409. This is Steve. Malone Realty Group, EXP, Atlanta. Be good. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching the video today. If you want more information on what's going on in the real estate market, take a look at some of these videos over here that we've posted, keeping up with what buying, selling, things that are going on in the North Georgia market. But if you want to keep up with everything that we post to our YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel down there, bottom right. That way you won't miss out on anything.